Hello students, today we will discuss about Bohr's atomic model. Now, after Rutherford alpha particle scattering experiment, he suggested an atomic model which have so many drawbacks, which is removed by Bohr's after including Planck's quantum theory. He was suggested an atomic model known as Bohr's atomic model. According to Bohr, the atomic structure depends upon given assumptions. First, electron revolves in circular orbit of fixed energy. Second, it revolves in those circular orbit in which its angular momentum is the multiple of nh/2 pi. The first assumption of Bohr, which is electron revolves in circular orbit of fixed energy, Rutherford also shares. Rutherford, after alpha particle scattering experiment, he suggested that electron revolves in circular orbit, but due to Planck's quantum theory, energy transfer from one place to another in form of packets or quanta, Bohr suggested the given assumption is such as electron revolves in circular orbit of fixed energy. Clear? The energy of circular orbit is fixed. Clear? Secondly, it revolves in those circular orbit in which its angular momentum is the multiple of nh/2 pi. Angular momentum will be quantized according to Bohr. Actually, transfer of energy or absorption of energy or emission of energy, both are quantized. So the angular momentum of electron, it should be quantized. So for example, first shell electron which have h/2 pi, second it is 2h/2 pi, third it is 3h/2 pi, and so on. This is the second assumption of Bohr. And third assumption of Bohr is when an electron jumps from any outer shell to inner shell, it emits a radiation, and the energy of radiation is observed in terms of bands, energy bands, which is appeared on photographic plate, different energy bands known as hydrogen spectrum. So today we will discuss about the hydrogen spectrum. Okay. Hydrogen spectrum. Actually, hydrogen spectrum is defined only for singlet electronic species or hydrogen-like atom. Hydrogen-like atom, like hydrogen, He plus, Li2 plus, etc. Hydrogen-like atom. Clear? Suppose here is the nucleus, first shell. Here is the nucleus, first shell, second shell. Here is n is equal to 1, 2, third shell, 3, fourth shell, fifth shell, sixth shell, seventh shell, and so on. Clear? These are the shells. And when an electron jumps from any outermost shell to n is equal to 1, like this. when an electron jumps from any outermost shell to n is equal to 1. The energy bands are in maximum energy, which is ultraviolet region. These energy bands series are known as Lyman series. Lyman series. Clear? In case of Lyman series, actually n1 is equal to 1 and n2 is equal to 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. Actually n1 where the electron dropped and n2 from where it will be dropped. 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. Once again, when an electron jumps from any outermost shell to n is equal to 1, first shell which is the nearest to nucleus, so the maximum output energy is observed, which is ultraviolet region. The energy bands are in ultraviolet region, and the given series of energy band R is known as Lyman series, which is based on the name of a scientist, Lyman series. Clear? Simply, when an electron jumps from any outermost shell to n is equal to 2, the energy bands are in visible region, and the such band series are known as Balmer series. This is Balmer series. For Balmer series, n1 is equal to 2 from where electron is dropped, and n2 is equal to 3, 4, 5 up to infinity. Clear? Similarly, when an electron jumps from any outermost shell to n is equal to 3, the energy bands are in Paschen series. Which are in infrared region, lower energy. For Paschen series, the value of n1 is 3 and the value of n2 will be 4, 5, 6 up to infinity. Clear? Similarly, when an electron jumps from any outermost shell to n is equal to 4, it will be bracket series. Bracket series. In case of bracket series, the value of n1 is 4 and the value of n2 will be 5, 6, 7 up to infinity. Similarly, when an electron jumps from any outermost shell to n is equal to 5, it will be Fund series. Fund series. For Fund series, n1 is equal to 5 and n2 will be 6, 7, 8 up to infinity. Clear? And when an electron jumps from any outermost shell to n is equal to 6, it will be Humphrey series. In case of Humphrey series, n1 is equal to 6 and n2 7, 8 up to infinity. Once again, according to third assumption of Bohr, when an electron jumps from any outermost shell to inner shell, it emits a radiation which is observed in photographic plate in form of energy bands known as hydrogen spectrum. Clear? And hydrogen spectrum is defined only for singlet electronic species like hydrogen like atom or ion, such as when an electron jumps from any outermost shell to n is equal to 1 nearest to nucleus, maximum amount of energy is observed which is known as ultraviolet region. Energy bands are in ultraviolet region known as Lyman series. Clear? In case of Lyman series, the value of N1 is 1 where the electron dropped, and from where it will be dropped, it is N2, 2, 4, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. Clear? So maximum energy in case of N2 is equal to infinity. When an electron jumps from infinity to N is equal to 1, the maximum amount of emitted radiation, maximum amount of emitted energy radiation is observed. Clear? Similarly, in case of any outermost shell to N is equal to 2, the energy bands are in visible region, and these energy bands are also called Balmer series. In case of Balmer series, the value of N1 is equal to 2 and the value of N2 is equal to 3, 4, 5 up to so on. Similarly, when an electron jumps from any outermost shell to N is equal to 3, the energy bands are in Paschen series. These are in infrared. After Balmer, all series are in infrared region. When an electron jumps from any outermost shell to N is equal to 4, 5 or 6 respectively, it is Brackett series, Pfund series as well as Humphrey series. All energy bands are in infrared region. Lower energy will be observed. When an electron jumps towards nucleus, the amount of emitted energy will be maximum. Clear? And how will you calculate the energy of emitted radiation? By using Rydberg equation. So here is the Rydberg equation for the calculation of wavelength of emitted radiation. Calculation of wavelength of emitted radiation. So here is the formula for the calculation of wavelength. 1 by lambda. Lambda is the wavelength, which is also known as nu bar. Nu bar is called wave number, which is equal to Z square RH Z square 1 upon N1 square minus 1 upon N2 square. Where RH is called Rydberg constant. The value of RH is 109678 centimeter inverse. Z is called atomic number. N1 where the electron is dropped, and N2 from where it will be dropped. Clear? Nu bar is called wave number and lambda is the wavelength of emitted radiation. And for the calculation of energy, we use Planck's quantum theory. E is equal to hc by lambda. Clear? E is the energy of emitted radiation. H is the Planck constant, whose value is fixed 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second, and c is the velocity of light, 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and lambda is the wavelength. Is it clear? Suppose a question is asked by using or based on the given formula calculate the ratio of first and third line of ratio of wavelength of first and third line of Balmer series. This is the question. Suppose we have a question, calculate the ratio of wavelength of first and third line of Balmer series. Clear? So what do you mean by first and third line of Balmer series? So here is the nucleus, Balmer, it means electron dropped in second shell. In case of n is equal to 1, it is Lyman series. Next one is Balmer, when electron dropped in second shell. First line means it will be dropped from third to second. It means first line, for first line of Balmer, n1 is equal to 2 and n2 will be 3. And third line, second line is 4 to 2 and third line is 5 to 2. So in case of third line, the value of n1 is 2 but the value of n2 will be 5. Clear? First and third line. First means here is 2, 3, 4, 5. First line, when electron jumps from third to second. Second line, it will be jump from 4 to second. Third line, when it will be jump from fifth to second. Clear? So in case of first line, when talking about Balmer series of first line, n1 is equal to 2, n2 is equal to 3. Clear? And for third line of Balmer series, n1 is equal to 2 but n2 is equal to 5. Clear? So calculate the lambda with the help of given n. So here is the 1 upon lambda 1 RH z square 1 upon 2 square minus 1 upon 3 square. So it will be RH z square 4 by 9, 9 minus 4, 5 upon 4 into 9. Here is 1 by lambda 1. Equation 1. Clear? Simply in case of third line, lambda 2, it will be RH z square 1 upon 2 square minus 1 upon 5 square. So RH z square 4 or 5, 25 minus 4, it will be 21 upon 25 into 4. Clear? This is the equation number 2. After dividing these equation, divided 1 divided by 2, so it will be 1 upon lambda 1 upon 1 upon lambda 2, which is equal to 5 upon 4 into 9 into 21 into 25 into 4. 4 will be cancelled out. So lambda 1 upon lambda 2 रेशियो यही फाइंड करना है. Lambda 1 upon lambda 2 will be 9 into 21 upon 5 into 25. solve this equation and we get the ratio of lambda 1 as well as lambda 2. Clear? So this is the way to solve such type of question. Now, next question. Calculate the ratio of shortest wavelength and longest wavelength of Lyman series. Calculate the ratio of shortest wavelength and longest wavelength of Lyman series. For Lyman series, ratio पता करना है shortest as well as longest. So what do you mean by longest and shortest wavelength? Lambda longest, it means lowest energy. Lambda shortest, it means maximum energy. In case of Lyman series, the maximum energy radiation is observed when an electron jumps from infinity to n is equal to 1. So in case of shortest wavelength, lambda s, the value of n1 will be 1, but the value of n2 will be infinity. While in case of longest one for Lyman series, lambda longest, the value of n1 will be 1 and the value of n2 will be 2. Minimum gap shows longest wavelength, which is lowest energy, and maximum gap shows shortest wavelength of maximum energy. Clear? So firstly calculate lambda s with the help of Rydberg equation. 1 by lambda s is equal to RH z square, 1 by 1 square minus 1 by infinity square. So here is lambda shortest will be RH z square, equation number 1. 1 by infinity it will be 0. Similarly, for lambda longest, 1 by lambda L is equal to RH z square, 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 2 square, which is 4. So 1 by lambda L is equal to RH z square, 4 minus 1, 3 by 4. This is the equation number 2. After dividing 1 upon 2, clear, we have lambda L upon lambda S is equal to one upon 3/4, 4/3. So here is the answer in case of lambda longest as well as lambda shortest. Once again, the question is calculate the ratio of shortest and longest wavelength of Lyman series. Clear? So how will you calculate the given ratio? So firstly, what do you mean by longest wavelength as well as shortest wavelength? Longest wavelength means lowest energy, and the lowest energy of radiation is observed in case of Lyman series when an electron jumps from second shell to first shell. Gap is minimum, so energy will be minimum. And in case of shortest wavelength or maximum energy radiation is observed when an electron jumps from infinity to n is equal to 1. So in case of shortest wavelength, n1 is equal to 1 for Lyman series and n2 will be infinity, while in case of longest the value of n1 is 1 as well as n2 it will be 2. Clear? So by using Rydberg equation, 1 by lambda S is equal to RH Z square, 1 by 1 square minus 1 by infinity square, so it will be 1 by lambda S is equal to RH Z square. Similarly, in case of lambda longest, 1 by lambda L is equal to RH Z square, within bracket 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 2 square, so it will be 1 by lambda L is equal to RH Z square 3/4. After dividing lambda L upon lambda S, matlab lambda longest upon lambda shortest, it will be 4/3. Is it clear? So is the some question based on Bohr's atomic model and which is based on hydrogen spectrum. So some more type of question is observed in this topic based on NCERT pattern which will be discussed in further when NCERT questions will be solved. Clear? Okay, thank you.